Welcome to the Stuff and Junk Show, where we share our opinions on random subjects from interesting news, social topics, pop culture, our likes and dislikes, you've seen, heard, or read, to what we did, and what we do. You know, stuff and junk. Hello, my name is Albert.
My name is Ruthy.
This is Jiaming.
And once again, Anna isn't in this episode because she's over at the Most Extreme Wrecking Challenge. Alright, guys, topics for the week. Ruthy?
Me?
Because I kind of enjoyed just like landing this on you in the beginning, and then you're like, I don't have any.
I think she has to use that
and then I go, Jiaming.
Come on. And then the thing with that and it's too much.
Okay, Jiaming.
Something happened about maybe 2 weeks ago. It happened during our break and stuff like that. It's something I don't think that many people care about anymore, but it's involved the Fast and Furious franchise, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The Fast and Furious franchise, the last movie, Fast 10, I think, came out like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
No,
anyway.
Fast 11. Is it Fast 10? Oh, yeah, Fast 10 Part 1. Got it.
Yeah, Part 1. Anyway, it came out like 2 years ago. It's not a dud, but I don't think people care that much. People haven't even talked about it that much. Anyway, it finally made some headlines a couple weeks ago when Vin Diesel, he's at a car show, I think, and then he came out and sort of announced they finally got the deal done, despite the fact that it's one of the most egregious cliffhangers in movie history. They finally got a deal done to make the next Fast movie, which is, I think, Fast 11. I think it'll come out 2 years from now, 2027, something like that. Something came up during that announcement that kind of bugged me. I don't know if I'll bring it to the group and stuff. Number one, Vin Diesel is like 100 pounds overweight. My guy, come on. You know what I mean? Come on. A little diet, a little exercise and stuff like that. So anyway, that's number one. Number two, this is the egregious part. This is the serious part of it. He announced that they will be bringing back the character Brian O'Connell. Brian O'Connell, of course, famously got send off in Fast 7, I think, because the actor Paul Walker tragically passed away and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Of course, this is at an auto show. There wasn't that much details, like how they're gonna do it. What do you mean by bringing him back and stuff like that? Is it they're gonna bring his brothers? Is it a CGI thing? Is it gonna be like Alien Romulus? Is it going to be like, was it Rogue One situation? What's going to happen? There's not a lot of details, right? But my whole thing is, even without knowing the details, me personally, I think it's gotten to a point where, because even before this announcement, they've kind of in the subsequent Fast movies, they've kind of like not, how do I say this? They've kind of acknowledged the fact that Brian still exists in this universe and he's still like out there in the world, you know what I mean?
Yep.
They kind of, you know what I mean? But to me, at some point, even with them, doesn't they cross the line of being a little bit distasteful? You know what I mean? It's like kind of like, are you doing this for the fan, quote unquote fan? He seems like he's doing it for the fans. Some of that, when he announces. So is he doing it for the fan? Is he doing it to hype? To me, is he doing it more likely to hype up the franchise, which is kind of dead now?
That too.
Is it kind of is it into the news cycle again? You know what I mean? Because to me, I think it's crossed that line with kind of being kind of distasteful. You know what I mean? Because like I said, the person passed away and stuff like that. You could let that character let it go and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just kind of not move on in your personal life and how you feel about it, but kind of separate the business of it and the personal of it and stuff like that. So I found it really distasteful. You know what I mean? So anyway.
Ruthy, have you seen the Fast and Furious movies?
Not all of it. No.
Are you familiar with the whole Paul Walker thing that Jiaming's talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm in two heads with this thing. Is that yes, I agree with Jiaming. It's a little distasteful that they're gonna bring him back. They already should have stopped at Fast 7 and like, you know what? We had the movie.
Yeah,
with
like
him.
when it actually happened.
Yeah.
Everybody
it's
here knows
weird.
the send off that they gave him in Fast 7. Everybody knows the ending and stuff
And
like that.
that was acceptable because it's like, okay, like, they used CGI, they used his brother. It was weird, but it wasn't like that weird because like people needed closure.
Well,
now they're gonna bring him back, like resurrect him. Like that's
Well,
really
I mean, the character's still alive, like Jiaming said, but I mean, he has two brothers that he could use as body doubles, right?
feels so weird.
And which they already did, that in Fast 7, right? So
that makes sense to me in the sense that, hey, he died in the middle of filming. You know what I mean? They're just doing the best they can in the situation.
So to play devil's advocate here, because I went through this process myself, the Fast and Furious franchise should have been Brian O'Connell and what's Vin Diesel's name again in the movie?
Oh,
No idea.
Wow, I
I
forgot.
have no idea. Yeah.
Okay, the Fast and Furious movie is Paul Walker, Vin Diesel, and Michelle Rodriguez, right?
Yeah.
So it's the three of them. They have to always be in the movies. The fact that there are 8, 9, 10, and another movie coming out that they're not all three of them are together tells me they should have stopped at 7. Besides that point, because they did continue, and he's still alive in the universe, it does feel weird to end the series without him showing up. And I think that might be the logic behind the other logic. One of the logics on why he's bringing him back. Because it is like, maybe he should have at least an appearance.
I don't think that's a good enough reason. You know what I mean? Again, it depends on what the final product is. But if they're doing a Rogue One and they're doing like a alien Romanoff, whatever it is, where he's like integral to the plot and stuff like that, where they have to do that the weird CGI
they'll have
resurrection thing.
Yeah,
that to me, that's just too much. You know what I mean?
To me that's like a lack of creativity for like you can't come up with a different way to end the series. He didn't in that little thing that he did. He's not saying this is the end. By the way, he didn't say, "Hey, we'll bring him back because he's past 11 is the final one." I think they previously talked about that this is close to the end, but specifically, he didn't say he's bringing it back to end the series. You know, to put to bring closure. You know, so
really. The impression I got was the next one is supposed to be the last one. I know Vin Diesel would like to stretch it out as long as he can, but the impression I got was this was supposed to be the last one. And aren't they calling it like Fast 10 Part 2?
I think they call it Fast 11. I don't know.
Fast 10 Part 2. Really? Wouldn't it be able to have this until 25?
Well, because the first Fast 10 was supposed to be like a Part 1. That's what they imply. Because they wanted like a nice solid 10 movies. And they're like, well, the 10 movies too big, so we get 2 movies.
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
I also know prior to this, they said this whatever the next couple of 2 or 3 movies is, that this is going to be it. This is going to be it. I know they said that prior to Fast
right
coming out, but like I said, it wasn't part of this kind of announcement that Vin Diesel made. Vin Diesel made 3 points at this car show. Number 1, they bring it back to LA, and stuff. Number 2, they're bringing it back to car culture, that street culture, street culture. You know, and number 3, they bring Brian back.
Yeah, so it does sound like he's trying to do full circle. Hey, we're gonna do LA because that's how the movie started off. That's the franchise started off in LA car culture. And Brian O'Connell.
Yeah.
So let's.
I mentioned he's very much overweight. I feel like I'm fat shaming him, but he's needed. Before they shoot it, he's gotta hit the soul, some sort of diet exercise program.
Well, I mean, they're gonna do probably like a years have passed kind of thing. But anyways,
how are they gonna do that with the cliffhanger? That's the other thing I thought about.
Now he's got a dad bod.
But the thing is, that cliffhanger has a kid, right? And I think I don't know if they shot the conclusion to that cliffhanger, but if they do it in real time, that kid's like 20 years old now. You know what I mean?
Not too many spoilers for just in case people actually
Nobody cares about the Fast franchise.
Okay, cares. So going back, playing devil's advocate here. So my whole thing is the studio probably told him, hey, you know all that money you guys were receiving for those Fast movies? Yeah, we're not going to do that anymore. So you better downscale it, which is why I think he's like, fine, we're just going to stick with LA. You know, that kind of thing. We're just going to stick with car culture. No more James Bond
but
stuff.
That doesn't answer the Brian part of it. You know what I mean?
Now the Brian part. This is my prediction. Mark it on the podcast. He's not going to be in the movie that much. My guess is that at the end of the movie, Vin Diesel walks off somewhere. There's a person sitting in a corner over there. Sits down with him.
7. They did that.
I know, but this is them they're talking about. They're probably gonna do something like this, maybe.
Yeah.
So and then Brian turns around and it's like, so are you finally done now? And then he'll go like, yeah, I think I'm done.
That's the end of Godzilla, by the way. That's the end of Godzilla Minus One.
So that's my prediction. My prediction is he's not gonna be in a lot. It's just that's it. That's how they're gonna close it off with him, Brian, and Michelle Rodriguez. You know, so it's like, there we go. Wrap it up. So yeah. Okay. Ruthy.
Yeah.
You got something?
Yeah, kind of. Like, do you guys would you say that you pretty much know like a lot of LA? Like, you know, if people come to visit, like you would pretty much know like the ins and outs of like the neighborhoods, like the other. No,
hell no. Downtown LA in general, plus just LA in general, is very convoluted. So
I would tell them to go to Santa Barbara. That's what I would do.
Just like go to Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara is a cool city in the sense that you could just park somewhere, you could just walk through downtown Santa Barbara. Much more chill.
I still get lost in downtown LA. Okay, if it wasn't for Google Maps or any kind of navigation device, I would like.
If I give any advice to people that's visiting to LA, I would just tell them to go to K-Town. That's it. Hang out K-Town.
Yeah,
you would tell them to go to K-Town and not like take them to K-Town.
I'm not taking anybody anywhere, man.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about nowadays. Yeah, yeah. Like for me, one of my go-to places. Let's go. Let me take it to Little Tokyo. It's a nice little quiet community kind of thing.
I really appreciate that about you. Like whenever I say I'm coming into town, like you actually take those days off. Like you'll coordinate and like we'll go around and like, oh, I know you haven't been here. I know you haven't been here. Let's like go around here. Let's like try going here and going there.
Right.
And I would do the same for you, Albert, except you never come visit me in New York.
That's true.
But but it's a funny thing. Like I went with like local friends last night, and including with Ellis, like we went out with our friends and. We went to Brooklyn, which we never go to. We're always like either in Queens in the city or like in the Bronx. But this time, like something took us to Brooklyn that I was like, oh, you know what? I haven't been here in a while. Like, let me take you guys to like the Brooklyn Promenade, Brooklyn Heights, and like let's walk around where all the classic Brooklyn brownstones are. And they're like, why? And I was like, well, have you been? And they're like, no. So I'm like, okay, so then let's go see it. Like, I'll show you like where all those runners and joggers are, or like all the rom-coms like run into and bump into their love of their lives. And like, they're like, oh my God, like you were just running and now I love you, blah, blah, blah. So like, that classic scene where there's like a boardwalk overlooking the city in Brooklyn. And like, there's always like those runners.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys probably know what I'm talking about.
I would just, if I went to New York, I would just tell you, just point me to where the food are. Just
I mean,
that's the whole city, but yeah, go on.
Yeah, just point me where the nice food are, because we live in LA. LA, they shoot films, they do all this stuff.
That's true.
The thing about see, I wouldn't even take people to like this is where they film, because I think that's kind of boring, quite honestly. But
it's also like real locations too. It's not like it's just like but it's like pretty common to like see that in movies and things like that. Sometimes people like to see it.
A couple of years ago, I went on the Warner Bros. Lot tour. That is actually a lot of fun. That's really good.
Yeah, that's still on my to-do list. But yeah,
I would take you.
Haven't we done that?
No, we did Universal.
Oh, okay.
It's really cool. That's really cool. You see a lot of the props, a lot of stuff that they use in films and all that stuff. A lot of sets. You see the actual couch.
But Ruthy, definitely, the Friends thing. Ruthy, we should go to that Warner Brothers tour thing just for the Friends thing.
Oh yeah, I would totally do that. We should totally do that next time.
Yeah.
Since we've been talking, there's 3 things I would take people to do if they came out to LA. Number 1, that I actually would get off my ass to do. Number 1 would be K-Town. Like I said, there's a lot of food and all that stuff there.
Yeah.
The neighborhood's a little bit rough, but still, K-Town is awesome for food.
Your K-Town is not rough. Yeah, I've been to your K-Town. Your K-Town, your guys' K-Town is not rough. It's like normal.
Number 2, this is prior to the fires.
Like here, like literally here, like our K-Town is like every Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. It's just all you smell is hot garbage and good food.
The thing about downtown LA and their K-Town and their Chinatown, and all that stuff, there's other places in Southern California that looks much better than that.
Yeah.
So I'll just go to Alhambra, to Monterey Park, just do that instead.
But the K-Town, the food at K-Town is just like K-Town though. It's really, really good.
Okay, all right.
That's number 1. Number 2, this is before the fires and stuff. But Pasadena was actually it's a lot of fun too.
Pasadena.
You park somewhere, you just walk around Pasadena. It's a nice place to hang out and stuff. Yeah. And number 3 is the Warner Bros. Tour I just mentioned. The Warner Bros. Tour is a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I haven't been to Venice Beach in a long time, but Venice Beach used to be my go-to place to show people.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I remember when we went rollerblading down there, and
that was like a couple decades ago.
Gosh.
A couple decades ago.
Yeah, it literally was like a couple.
I don't know. It is now.
Yeah, I don't even know if I can still roller skate. I mean, that was the one time I did go roller skating, and I think I did fairly well. I don't think my balance is that good anymore. Anyway, the reason I bring it up is because I brought I brought all these friends, and none of them had been to this part of Brooklyn, and some of them have been living here for like a decade. Like my boyfriend Ellis has been living here for like since he was 13 years old. He's never been to that part of Brooklyn, and he goes, "I'm from the Bronx. Like I don't come down here." And I was like, "Okay, true. I never went to the Bronx until I met you." So, like I toured them around basically at like 10 o'clock at night. We were like walking around the brownstones, and they were just like, "Oh my gosh, this is actually pretty cool." Like looking at all the old buildings, like all the old neighborhoods and like the classic Brooklyn brownstones, and then like walking down the promenade. And they were just like, wow, would have never really thought to come here, or would have even been interested because like, it's Brooklyn. Like, unless I have something to do, like we all live in the city, like unless we have something to do, I'm not going there. Unless it's important, like there's something that's taking me there, I'm not going there. And I'm like, okay, well, yeah, that's why I like to explore. That's why I also like when people visit, because it gives me a reason to like look for things to do and like show people around it, and gives me more agility when it comes to being more familiar with different parts of the city. And my friend that actually came to visit, that I told you guys in the last episode, she came to visit from the Philippines, and this time, like she's been coming to the city, to New York, for work since like, I'd say like 2018, 2019, and it was kind of like an every year thing. So it kind of became our annual meetup. And we'd have a friend from Toronto come. So I'd take them to like different parts of the city because like they would always stay in the city. But this year she was staying in Brooklyn. So then this year was kind of like a Brooklyn thing. So I took her to Williamsburg, I took her to Dumbo, I took her to like South Street Seaport and like Lower Manhattan. And then we took the ferry, and like we didn't do touristy things. It was more like local things that not most people do, even though we were in touristy spots. But yeah, she was like, you should totally do a New York City tour guide thing, videos.
Okay, the question is, but like, would you rather take a friend or someone visiting to a touristy place or a non-touristy place? I would just take them to a non-touristy place. Some of that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stuff I mentioned earlier, I think I'd just kind of like non-touristy place. I if someone came over, I would not take them to like the Hollywood Hills or the stars and stuff.
I feel like if they've come here a few times, like
they're kind of boring.
Yeah.
Although Jiaming, when we drove by Beverly Hills when I was with Ruthy and Ellis, it was like apparently they actually did want to go to Beverly Hills and actually just
that's too much, man. I've driven past. That's too much. That's
no, but you should have seen the reaction. Like, Albert, why didn't you take us there? I'm like,
that's too much. That's too much capitalism, man. That's gross.
Well, here's the thing: like, when you haven't been, right? Like, when you guys come to New York, I'm not gonna not take you to see the Empire State Building. I'm not gonna not take you to see Times Square. I'm not gonna not take you to see. I'm not gonna take you to. I'm not gonna take you to Statue of Liberty, where the island is, but I'll take you to see it.
Seeing a Rolex store in Beverly Hills is not historic. You know what I mean? There's no historic.
No, but I mean, it's still
ridiculous. It's gross.
It's still LA. Like that's like your guys' culture, right? Like part of LA culture, right? Like the superstar celebrities is where they shop, and
it's
blah,
really
blah,
not. You know, that's not culture. You know what I mean?
But we'll take you down to Fifth Avenue, right?
That's more California. It's like California culture. Oh, another fun place is actually Staples Center. That nice. Well, it's called Crystal now.
Wow, that area.
That area is actually pretty fun.
That's a tourist place coming. That's the Times Square of LA.
But that is a fun place.
Sure.
Because when I think of fun places to visit,
it's like specific.
You don't want.
Jiaming. Ruthy has been there. I took her there because I'm like, it's a touristy place. I may as well show it to you. What's your thoughts about that?
And we also went to E3. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your thought about that, Ruthy?
Oh, like Staples Center? Yeah, see, like Staples Center was
LA Live.
It was Oh, LA Live. Yeah. It was cool.
That's
like,
cool. I actually like that.
It didn't speak to me because like I'm not a sports fan like that. Or I am like other sports, but not basketball. So like it didn't really mean anything to me.
It just occurred to me when Jiaming suggesting it. Yeah, it's a sports thing. It's a sports
thing. You can watch a concert down there. I think it was Louis C.K. had a comedy show we watched down there. There's a lot of stuff to do down there. It's a nice area. And like I said before, I think I mentioned this when I went to go see the Lakers. They kicked out all the homeless people. They said, get out of here. You know what I mean? Get out of here. So you can just hang out in the whole area a whole day.
But that's my thing, right? Like when I take people to tour, if they're visiting, like I kind of get to know, what do you want to see? What are you interested in? Like, especially if I really know the person, then I'm going to be like, okay, I know they like doing local things. I'm not going to bother taking them to like touristy spots. Like we'll pass through it really quickly, but we're not going to focus on those things. Like when your brother was here, Albert, like they did all the touristy things, went to World Trade Center, went to Statue of Liberty, went to Times Square, and like watched Broadway shows, which, is all fine. And like, that's great. But it's because that was his first time here. So like he wanted to do all the New York City landmarks.
And that's something they can do that's the sort of thing they can do on their own. Like if somebody visits and they want to go to the center, like, okay, peace out.
And that's exactly what he did. Yeah, and that's exactly what he did. I took him to like the local spots where you actually can see the city from like the other boroughs and stuff like that. So yeah, like I guess I forgot my point now. Basically my point was like I like having people visit, or even like other locals who've never visited other boroughs, gives me like that. Like I really like playing that part where I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I know this place, I know this place, I know that place, and I kind of tailor it to the person's personality in terms of like what they would actually enjoy.
Is there a red light district in New York? Is there an area with all strippers?
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Mark that down for me.
Yeah, it's right here in my neighborhood.
Yeah, there you go. That's the party warrior. That's the party.
Oh, you know what? Off on a tangent, Albert, when your brother was here last year, he was like, "Yeah, where's the red light?" He was like, "Where's the red light district?" And he was like, "Where's all that? Like, where's that under the train where you see all the like girls on the street and like whatever?" And I was like, yeah, that didn't used to be here, but now it's here. Like, not here where I live, like outside of, but it's like maybe 10 blocks away from where I live. So we kind of like did a drive by, and you could see like, yeah, just like. It was just the weirdest scene. I've only seen it on TikTok. And when he wanted to see it, I'm like, okay, I know where it is. Like, I'll take you. Let's go. So we drove at like 10 o'clock at night, and he was like, interesting. It's so dirty. I'm like, what did you think this was going to be? Like, did you think it was going to be like some glamorous Moulin Rouge type of thing? Like, it's under a train.
You didn't see him the next night, right? If he just went out there by himself.
Well, we were with his daughters. We're like, girls, close your eyes. We're just going to drive past.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's a good way to end that conversation.
Yeah.
All right.
And scene.
Thanks for listening. You can find this podcast on Instagram, Blue Sky Threads, and YouTube at Stuff Junk Show. You can find me, Albert, on Instagram and Letterboxd at Albert5x5.
And you can find me on Instagram at RuthyGrace13 and Ruthy's Cats.
You can find me on social media, JIAMINGLOU.
Music has been provided by Gloomy June. Updates, contact info, ways to support us, and everything else is on the show notes found on whowhatwhereswhy.com. Before we go, let's give our 77 listeners some recommendations for this week. Jiaming.
On HBO Max, I think that's what they're calling it, HBO Max, yes, right?
Officially.
There's a sequel to Ninja Batman or Batman Ninja. I forgot how it goes. It's called Ninja Batman versus Yakuza League. It's an animated movie, obviously, and it involves, obviously Ninja Batman versus their version of Justice League. Yakuza League, sorry. And it's definitely the best movie I saw this week involving Superman. So I recommend that. It's a lot of fun.
Wow.
It's a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun, man. There's a lot of visual and concepts that I found much more interesting than the Superman movie that's out right now. You know what I mean? Wow. It's a really cool movie. It's a really cool. The movie, the plot itself is a little complicated because, like I said, you have to see it. You have to see the first movie. There's a lot of temporal, alternate universe hijinks that might get a little confusing. But just the visuals itself and some of the, it's really cool. I like the movie a lot. I enjoyed it. I was not a big fan of the Superman movie that came out.
I rather enjoyed Zack Snyder. I rather enjoyed. Yeah, I rather enjoyed the current one right now. Okay, so that'll be interesting. I wasn't planning to really do a review because it's gonna be late. But now, like you say that you weren't a big fan, I guess we should do a review sometime in the near future. Yeah.
I was gonna do it. Because one of the reasons I did this way is because what's her name? Anna's not here.
Yeah,
because I was gonna do that thing.
Tyler wanted to be on it too, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna do the. Actually, I was gonna do as far as a 5-minute review. As far as I was just going through a lot of the stuff that we kind of missed over the 2-week break. I was gonna mention because in this podcast, this 10-year podcast, every chance I've gotten, I've shitted on the Jurassic World movies, right? You know what I mean? And I was going to mention, hey, I saw the new Jurassic World movie. It's really good. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. I got to be fair. So anyway, I was going to do like a whole review section about Jurassic, Superman, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it can wait to the future. But I was not it's not a terrible movie, it's not a bad movie. But definitely there's magic missing from the Superman movie and stuff like that. And just to make sure I'm not crazy or I'm not nuts or I'm wrong, I went ahead and rewatched his James Gunn's last movie, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That's a wonderful movie compared to like Superman and stuff like that. So I don't know, man.
I really enjoyed the.
I'm in the minority too. I've seen lots of positive reviews of Superman from people I respect and stuff like that. I don't know, man. I watched a different movie. I'm not a big fan of that movie. It's not a bad movie, but it's not very good either.
Okay, all right. I did not like the previous Batman Ninja movie. Will I like this, Jiaming?
The thing is, as I was watching this one, I was like, I have no idea if I watched the original, the first one. I went back into my in my notes app to see if I watched it. I don't think I did. I don't know.
Because I wasn't. I kind of did not really like the previous one.
So. The thing is, the thing I liked about this movie is like every 5 minutes, something visually interesting or some sort of science, some sort of superhero concept came up. You know what I mean? It's just like very cool. Like I said, the Superman, this one, he comes in about 20 minutes and just visually he has a lot of presence and stuff like that. You know, the way they shot it, the way they present him, it's really cool and stuff like that. Okay. I like it a lot. Okay. I like it a lot.
Okay, Ruthy.
What was my? Why does this always happen to me? I guess.
Hey, hold on. Pause. I need to wash my hands real quick.
Hey now. I don't think we need all these details.
Stand by.
Come on, Albert. You couldn't wait till.
I know. Just wash your hands. We don't need no details. Come on, man. Speaking of the red light district, am I right? Good Lord.
Right? Sheesh. We were just talking about it. I didn't think he was actually going to go.
Good Lord. You could just mention for your recommendations. Recommend, hey, travel in your local city and stuff like that. Explore your city.
Yeah, that's actually good. That's actually a good one. I actually was thinking that. Look at that. Teamwork. Look at that.
How many boroughs?
Look at that.
It's 5 boroughs, right?
5 boroughs. Staten Island shouldn't count. It's closer to Jersey, but whatever.
And which one do you live at?
Queens.
Live in Queens. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I see in movies all the time. I just can't read any of them. I just know. What do I know? Brooklyn's the one they gentrified, right? Is that the one that Clinton moved in a long time ago? And they gentrified it and stuff like that. And then
what?
I think he's talking to
Jessica. Yeah.
Manhattan is a rich one, right?
See, like every borough has like a rich part.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, Manhattan.
But that's the one.
Manhattan's like the rich transplants.
But where's Wall Street?
Wall Street's in Manhattan, Lower Manhattan.
There you go. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, not everybody's rich there.
And Spider-Man, I think, comes from Queens. That's what I know about Queens.
He does. Yeah, he does.
Brooklyn's Captain America, right?
Yeah, Brooklyn's Captain America. Yeah. Manhattan is Hell's Kitchen.
Wait, what? Where's Hell's Kitchen?
Hell's Kitchen is in Manhattan.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then Staten Island is the one that's close to Jersey. That's a stinky one, right?
Yeah, because it used to have landfills, but it's actually one of the richest boroughs. Like if you drive through Staten Island, it looks nothing like New York. It's the suburbs. It's like huge houses. That's where like sometimes
isn't that also
Housewives of New York?
Yeah, it's the one with the white trash.
The Jersey Shore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's Staten Island, right?
Yeah, like rich Italian Americans, former mob members. Like,
there you go. That's
huge houses. Yeah. Yeah.
And what are the two? Which one are we missing?
The Bronx. The Bronx is like Jennifer Lopez, Cardi B, who else? But like there's a part of the Bronx, I forgot what it's called. Is it Bronxville? I think Bronxville is like further up north, and it's just like a very small community.
Is that the Lin-Manuel Miranda? Is that where the musical takes place?
What's the musical? Hamilton?
No, not Hamilton. The other one he did before.
Oh, in the Heights. In the Heights. No, in the Heights is in Harlem, in Spanish Harlem. That's in Manhattan. No, that's in Manhattan. So that's what's confusing about New York, right? Is like we have all these boroughs, and then within each borough, because each borough is so huge, we have all these neighborhoods. So like you'll hear like Harlem, you'll hear Hell's Kitchen. Harlem's a neighborhood, and then you have Spanish Harlem. You have Harlem, and then you have like the Upper East Side, the Upper West Side. You have Inwood. You have Turtle Bay. You have Nomad, Soho, Little Italy, Chinatown.
There you go.
Phi Dai, and that's all just in Manhattan. In Queens, like where Spider-Man lives, he's supposedly from Forest Hills, but they actually shot the one with the last one with Tom Holland and Marissa Tomei in Sunnyside. And that's like where that train, that overhead, that above ground train was. And then in Brooklyn is like, I guess it's just like made up old Brooklyn, like where Captain America's from. And then Staten Island is just like Staten Island, right? So it's not really, not really. Anyway, Albert, what Jiaming was saying, my recommendation should be is like get to know your local city or at least like your neighborhood. So like when people come and visit, like you have something to like say like, oh, here's like a history bite, or like here's like an actual bite to eat. Like this would be really good, and like places to shop, things like that. So that you kind of like get people more interested into what you're trying to show them instead of just like interested to just take a picture and be Instagrammable. Like I always like to plug in like little history bits, and that's also why I use Google a lot, because when I see something or I pass by a street, I'm like, oh, what was this street? Like this is really interesting. I've never like passed by this street before, and that could happen a lot here. Like you can turn a corner that you just never thought to go down a street before, and it would be like if I were always going down 17th Street for like the last 2 years, and then I happen to make a turn on 16th Street, it's a whole different world.
A whole new world.
Exactly.
Speaking of Google, didn't they used to have an app where you turn it on so the camera, and then you do AR, and whenever you're walking around, it will tell you like the highlight of this place. Like this place has
Not really. It's confusing. It just tells you like what's around. Like, oh, this is that restaurant. This is that restaurant.
No. They had another app, not Google Maps, but they had another app where it will tell you like if you click on this, it will tell you the history of that place, kind of thing.
Oh, I've never used that.
It was made specifically for traveling, right? But I didn't think it caught on because I think they killed it eventually. But I remember installing it on my phone all those years ago, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I mean, I like to use this more often, kind of thing. And then I'm like, never did. But it was a good idea.
You never traveled?
No, I mean, but it also works for local places. That's what I mean.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so I'm like, I think it was a little ahead of its time, because this is something like that would work for like one of those glasses things, not for your phone, because why you want to put your phone up like that? So yeah. Okay. Yeah, kind of like a Minority Report thing where you look through the glasses and it will just tell you like this and this and this and this kind of thing. So, yeah. Anyways, are you done with that one, Ruthy?
Yeah, pretty done.
So get to know your local city / lit cities. All right. My recommendation is not in the same league. Anti-itch sprays. Have you guys ever used anti-itch sprays?
Yes.
You mean for like bug repellent?
No. Like if you feel itchy.
After.
Yeah.
Like hydrocortisone?
Like hydrocortisone.
Yes.
Yeah. I never actually used to use it before, and then I started using it recently, and I'm like, where have this been in my life?
Seriously, you have never used? Oh yeah, you don't like lotions and stuff.
Well, yeah, I don't particularly care for them, but this is like a spray thing. You just got just spray on yourself kind of thing. Never really cared about using it, and then my doctor, because of my whole leg thing, I'm like, oh, it gets kind of itchy sometimes around it. They go, oh, use some hydrocortisone, kind of thing. So I went ahead and bought one, and then now I'm like kind of addicted to it whenever I'm like itchy.
Does it actually relieves the itch?
Yeah, actually works. Shockingly enough, it actually works.
How about that?
Shocking.
Yeah. Shockingly enough, it actually works.
Technology.
Because who would have thought? Like a little spray could like make you stop itching, right?
Who would have thought 1.1% hydrocortisone would work on anti-itch relief?
Science.
It's only been around for decades, but who would have thought it?
Yeah, but like I said, like for people like me, apparently, who never really cared to try it, my recommendation is try it.
Technology.
Exactly. There are two that I bought, and I have, once I'm done with the other one, I was gonna try the other one to see if it's just as good. So the one I got was a Cortisone 10 maximum strength soothing aloe itch relief cooling spray, and the other one is Benadryl extra strength anti-itch cooling spray.
Oh, those are good. That's good.
Yeah, so
that one's good.
So those two I bought. I'm using the Cortisone 10 right now. Then when that bottle's done, I'm gonna switch to Benadryl and then go with that.
I always have the Benadryl one and like the Aveeno one if I want to be like a little bit more skin friendly. Because anytime I get a bug bite or anytime I get a rash of some sort, I slather that on, and immediately within 30 minutes, if I put it on like early enough, like within 30 minutes, it's gone. If it's been a day, it usually resolves within like a day or two.
Yeah. So there you go, listeners. If you never tried it before, anti-itch cooling sprays actually work. It's
You know what I think the problem was here originally? I think it could stem from us being raised on white flower ointment or Tiger Balm, and that being like that's the cure. You don't use any American pharmacology. What is this? Like this hydrocortisone? This is witchcraft. No, you have to use Tiger Balm or white flower ointment. Those are the only things that will ail your skin like ailment. I mean, treat your skin ailments. Right?
Yes. But then this is also science. Like you said, science.
Exactly. Technology.
Where are you getting technology?
Oh my god, haven't you guys seen that in the memes and like reels and stuff?
No, I'm not on TikTok as often as you are.
And it's not TikTok, it's also on Instagram. Yeah, maybe it hasn't made its way in
technology.
Instagram, yeah.
Okay.
Technology.
No, I'm sure it probably has, but my algorithm is clearly not showing that.
Well, now it will be now that you're saying it.
Oh, that'll be interesting. I'll find out to see if it actually pops up in my algorithms. Technology. You know, because most of my algorithm Instagram is pretty much politics or K-pop Demon Hunter. So
yeah. Oh my god, I'm getting a lot of K-pop now too. Yeah. But now I'm listening to more K-pop.
Yeah. Oh, K-pop general, no. K-pop Demon Hunters, yes. That's the difference. So yeah, technology. Okay, all right. This was episode 890. Wait, we're supposed to say thanks for listening. Thanks for listening. I already said that? I already said that. This was episode 890 of the Stuff and Junk Show. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, this podcast has been a Who What Where's Why production. Oh, here's a little fun thing. There's actually a website called howmanypeopleareinspaceriightnow.com. So real quick, how many?
Oh,
12.
5.
10. That's just 10.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, it's literally how many people are in space right now.com.
Are they all in that International Space Station?
Does it say that in here? You know, it even lists down who they are and how many days they are in space.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, did those 2 people finally come back?
Yeah, those two. Yeah, those people they came back.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
The persons that have been in space the longest is like 1,578 days. There are 3 people.
Wow.
It's Oleg Artemyev, flight engineer. I'm guessing this is Russia. Is that a Russia flag? I don't recognize that.
That's like 3.5 years.
Denis Matveev and Sergei Korsakov. Yeah. As far as Americans have like 3 people, 1,241 days. Okay. But yeah, that's kind of...
They must have terrible marriages. Like, you know what, dude?
Like, this is cool. We'll stay.
This is their dream, man. This is their dream.
Let's extend that camping trip, boys.
You know what? I'll take this shift too, guys. It's okay, guys. Yeah, it's good. I'm good.
How many people are in space right now.com?
3 years is crazy, man. 1 year.
3 years is insane. 3 months is long. 3 months is long. Yeah. 3 years? Like,
he gave me the choice to go up there, just taking out any kind of disaster or any kind of like, hey, the chance of nothing's gonna happen, 0. You guarantee my safety. I think maybe, how long would I stay up there? A week? I think a week. I think the magic wears off after a week. You know what I mean? I think that's it.
Yes.
You make us pooping at 2? What are you, crazy? Get me out of here.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to travel. I mean, definitely not in space now, for sure.
I mean, I want to travel. I don't want to travel that badly.
Speaking of, I want to travel. I saw your little Instagram post, Ruthy. Oh, you marking down all the European countries you've been to.
Yeah.
Is that something? Speaking of letterbox mentalities, is that something you've kept, like, how people like real travelers have like a mental where they've written down how many countries they visit, because there's 197, right? They'll like get these passport stamps and they'll log all these countries that they visit. Do you know exactly how many number of countries you visit, Ruthy? I'm not sure. Albert, I think it's like 3.
Not off the top of my head, no.
Mine is over 10. Mine is 4. Jiaming, my answer is 4.
Oh, there you go. It's a lot higher than I thought it'd be. I thought it'd be the Philippines.
Sorry, 5. 5.
Look at that.
Oh, Canada?
No. 6.
You 6 countries. Canada?
No, I haven't been to Canada, but I've been to 6 countries in my life.
I think that's
you
more
were
than
born
me,
in
then.
Indonesia. Yeah, Indonesia.
So? What?
Philippines.
Oh, wait a minute. What if
Mexico,
we reduced it to the last
US,
10 years? The last
4.
20 years.
20 years now.
5?
Brunei?
Oh,
One.
okay.
All right, let's go through.
Okay.
Go down
and
the
I
list.
have been to
I
Singapore.
just said it. Oh, Singapore. Oh, 6. Oh, look at you.
See, 6.
Look at you go.
Look,
Look at that.
that's more than the average person in the world. So I'm done.
But this was all before you were of before
That's
you were making your own money.
Yeah.
That's what I said. What if we reduce the window
You were
down for the last like
taken.
10 years and stuff like that?
That's why I'm done. I'm like, I did it all, guys. I'm done. Just taste the 13-year-old.
You were like, I was dragged through all of this. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not doing it again, guys.
Exactly.
Would you say yours is more or less than 10, Lucy?
Oh, come on, Jiaming. More.
I mean, last year alone we did 7 countries.
See?
Oh, there you go. See?
Clearly, Jiaming doesn't visit your Instagram channel.
Obviously.
No, I'm not gonna do all that.
Yeah.
All right. That's a wrap, y'all.
Alrighty, good night.
Right, peace out.
Have a good weekend. Bye.
Good weekend. We just had a weekend.
I mean, have a good week ahead. I haven't had a weekend. I've been working nonstop, both jobs.
Yeah. No worries.
Hustle. Gotta
All
hustle.
right. Get some rest. Bye.
Bye.
Good night.